Wow, I was just muted this whole time. I gave the full intro. I was like, "We're live." All right, everyone. Today, Wednesday, February 25th, just after 1 p.m. EST. That is 3 p.m. Brazilian time and 6 p.m. UTC for our Euros on the other side of the pond. What is up, Marty? How goes it?
You were muted the whole fucking time for 45 seconds? Nice.
Yeah, I gave a 45-second intro muted, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I don't see the little blue bouncing up on my microphone. Oh.
Let me share us around. Oh, this is the first time it actually tagged. It's back. It shows that you tagged me and that you're live for the first time in like 2 weeks.
Nikita doing things.
It's working as intended. They should really work back on like pushing broadcasts. I don't know. Like it's so hidden out of the way now. The past few weeks, it was just like a bar on the top. Like I feel like they could do better.
Whew.
But what's new? What's going on?
Pulling up a little beta right now. It was a good weekend. I gotta admit, I was looking at the price action. I was thinking we were about to drop some nukes or something. And then
Yeah,
today,
we were monitoring the
got
situation.
hard. Like, what are we up? 12% on ETH, 7.5% on BTC.
Well, 12% on the ETH.
ETH was like 18 something yesterday, like almost
It was
17.
18. I think it hit 18 exactly. Yeah, 1801 spot Coinbase.
So what happened? Why are we so back?
Did you listen to the speech yesterday by good old Trumpet?
I did not.
Trump had like a 2 hour propaganda speech of how the US is so fucking back and that they're winning so much that people are getting tired of winning, but that they're gonna keep winning. So don't forget that. That's what he said. It was great. Well, he had a nice propaganda speech for like an hour and a half, and then the crypto AI czar, came up to stage and had a nice speech saying they're looking at like digitalization, tokenization, stable coins, regulation. They are looking at it. It's just on the back burner. Did you see Circle today? It's up like 20%.
I saw that. I was like, holy shit. Anything crypto AI is getting pushed.
30% today.
Let's pull up the old Velo.
Yo, Velos.
I talked to you about it on the I think on the side, but pour one out for Parsec. I don't know if any of you were Parsec users before Velo Data. It's not even really before Velo Data, just when I was like on chain, like in the original trenches. I truly felt like if you weren't using Parsec, you were like you were just food. You know what I mean? You were literally fucking food for the dogs.
Hmm.
Because contrary to what most people who trade on like Dexes and AMMs want to believe, there are traders that know the people they're trading against in those pools, and they become very intimately knowledgeable about the patterns that occur when those trades like happen or that those traders take. Like like it's almost like how with all the altcoins now, with all the meme coins, how people would copy trade or just like they would follow, they'd subscribe to like someone's account, and then like anytime that that person bought, they would like instantaneously like pile in. You had people doing that, back then on random pools. Like, it didn't matter. They didn't have to be trading there for a long period of time. It was like just fucking leeches like following, some address around. And if you're just like going in and buying because like, oh, price looks like shit, or oh, price looks good, um, or selling on the inverse, like, you're literally just like doing it off of a feeling. And I don't think very many people understood that you could have like such a deep insight into how trading was happening on chain, uh, with tools like that. So yeah, they shut down, or they announced their shutdown last week.
Yeah, about 10 days ago.
Sad day for Cozy.
Is anybody gonna replace them?
I don't know. The thing is that like it was a really niche like product, like it was like kind of how like terminal trading is now, like not everyone likes trading in those terminal style UIs, but there's a group for that. And not everyone enjoys trading on the Uniswap type UIs, but there are front ends for that. And I feel
Hmm.
like the like fully customizable, you have to take some time to put the things that you like and want here, is like too complex for the new generation of people coming in and trading. Like they don't want to have to like look through a long list of options of display types that they could, or data types that they can display. They just want like someone to choose for them the most useful stuff and say, here you go. So I mean, sure, maybe there's a place, you could look at something like that, or if you were intimately knowledgeable about like how Parsec worked, you could say, what are the things that, I valued the most, and create a service like that. But still, even then, you'd have the random people that are like, oh, add this feature, and before you know it, you're like, you've just recreated the same product.
Everybody's just regurgitating the same thing.
The other thing is that like you can like a lot of people can build stuff like that now, right? Like e- everyone's built their own dashboards for the types of data that they want. Uh, Teams are using internal dashboards now, and I think before, I didn't work with them, so I don't know, but I'm going to assume that a lot of the B2B sales that was happening was with, foundations and teams that wanted real time, in depth data about what was happening like in their ecosystem.
Did you see that? Did you see that? A little off topic, but did you see the CZ Chamath interview? It's like 2 hours long.
No, when do they go live with that?
It was a few weeks ago, but I just watched it. When was I watched it on like fucking whatever 1.5x speed or 2x speed. Um, CZ Chamath. It was it was pretty good 2 weeks ago. It's fucking 2 hours long, dude. It's so fucking long. I'll share it here in the chat. It was a good chat. They both immigrated to Canada. They both worked at fast food. Chamath at Burger King, CZ at McDonald's. But it just goes in like that he didn't start Binance till he was like 35 or something, 36. So he was like a salary man. He made money. He lived all over, created a couple companies, and then they built Binance. So it was a pretty, and then of course goes into like his prison thing and his fines and all that too. But
Mhm.
it was pretty It's worth a listen if anybody has the extra time. Listen to it on whatever 2x speed. Maybe break it into chunks. It is quite long. I don't know how everybody has 3 hours a day to listen to a fucking podcast every fucking day.
I couldn't tell you the last time that I like listened to a current, podcast other than to fall asleep to.
That's true.
Usually
That's
there's
true.
enough like conspiracy or history stuff that I haven't listened to yet that I will like find something on YouTube like that and then turn my screen off and listen to it at a very low, volume to go to bed.
Just so your ear goes out and grabs it and right to bed.
I need like if I have that, I'm able to focus on one thing, which is almost like meditative for me. Whereas if I don't have something that I'm listening to, like it could be music too. It's just like, monotone speaking or something that like is gonna, I don't know, drag a little bit, will usually help put me to sleep because my brain is normally working in a way to where there's a lot of things firing off and a lot of explorations and ideas like taking place. So I need an anchor, like something to focus on to just help me like n- drone the rest of anything else out.
Yeah, right to bed.
Mhm. I don't
Right
think
to bed.
if I have something like that's really monotone and kind of boring sounding, it'll be like a few minutes and I'll fall asleep. Whereas if I just like laid there, I'd probably be up for like, hour and a half, 2 hours, just like changing positions, reopening my eyes, thinking about things, remembering I'm supposed to be trying to go to sleep.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, a new one that me and my buddy started doing was what did they call it? Theory Tuesdays. So we get together on Tuesdays and just talk about conspiracies over dinner or whatever.
That's what you do now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every Tuesday we do Theory Tuesdays.
Oh
If
shit.
somebody has a better name, let me know. But it's great because we go to these restaurants, finer establishments, and we're just sitting there talking about like, Lutnick and Epstein and, you know, whatever
You
other
need
kind of
you need to pull me up
conspiracies.
on you need to bring, like a little screen and pull me up on it so I can sit in and talk
Yeah,
conspiracy.
honestly, it could be like a whole show in and of itself. It's hilarious. The best part is that we're out in public and people are trying to enjoy a nice meal and we're just going off the fucking rails. That's the best part, I think. People are like, "What's wrong with these fucking people, dude? There's something wrong with these people."
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I have opportunities to like make friends with people. There are adults that I meet that like want to be my friend because I don't know, they think I'm, I don't know, nice to be around or something that, and they're like parents of my like son's kid or son's friends. But like something about it always has me like I don't want to hang out with anyone. I'd rather not be like around a bunch of people. I don't want to like go and pretend that I like know these people, right? Like and possibly piss them off or make them like uneasy to where it then affects like, your kids hanging out together. Like what do you do? Maybe they're really against crypto,
Mm.
and you start talking about they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, oh, he's a crypto scammer? Like
Yeah, what is that? A fucking scam?
people out in the country, they don't know much about that crypto thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I told you
You
there
got
are
to be in the oil and gas.
like restaurant owners and business owners that do, and then like there's a tax attorney near me uh who does who like reached out to me a couple times.
There's a couple of big ones that are popping up on crypto Twitter. These crypto tax attorneys, especially with I think the new rules is that they have to disclose like your entries or whatever. So now it's up, or your sales. Now it's up to, they ended up changing some form in the US, and not exactly sure the legalities or the change of it, but they set it up so now they report something. So, you know, if you're in crypto, you probably and in the US, you probably should get a little tax attorney, a little crypto lawyer.
They report your proceeds now. There's a form.
Mm,
The problem is that most people aren't are trading off chain are trading on chain and then transferring like their proceeds to Coinbase or to Kraken or wherever. So their cost basis is off. The thing is that they made it sound like you're gonna be fucked. Like you better like use CoinTracker, go and pay like CoinTracker to instantly like, and they fucking invested in CoinTracker. And the reality is like if you've been reporting your proceeds on 89.49, I think it is, which anyone who is accounting for like their crypto's income has already been doing that, unless you're an idiot. You don't have anything to worry about. Like literally nothing changes for you for this year. But for 2026, you want to just to make your life easier, you just input the cost basis whenever you're cashing out or whenever you're trading on there. Put the amount, put what the amount it was worth when you got it. You won't have an issue with next year's 1099 DA.
mm,
But either way, like if you're, I will, as a non-investor, just a user of both of these, I highly recommend Awaken Tax and Darien Advisors. They were a CPA group, an advisory group that they partnered with, I think, Awaken last year. And I didn't want, just some random person who didn't have any crypto experience doing my taxes anymore. So I'd used Awaken the year before, but I was still doing them on my own, like pretty much. And hired these guys, sent them the Awaken stuff, and it was the most hands off like tax experience I've ever had. I think they
mm.
emailed me once to like clarify something, and then just the next email was telling me that it was prepared and ready to send in. And they do a bunch of other stuff for you. They're like proper CPAs. So if you need like, you know, wealth planning advice or retirement planning advice, questions around your LLCs or trusts, uh, tax optimization. They help me do a bunch of stuff. Um, they're definitely worth the cost, and it wasn't that expensive. I think I would have spent just about the same amount if I paid a non like crypto uh, CPA group.
It's getting expensive, dude. Lawyers run the world, dude. You know that in the 90s, I think it was 95, dividends in Brazil, the lawyers wrote the law to make dividends in Brazil zero. So the lawyers haven't paid tax in 30 years.
What the fuck?
Because it's not like income, because they like, they're like a partner in the firm, and the firm pays out dividends. So they haven't paid taxes in fucking 20 years, 30 years. But this year, if you make over, well, the dollar's getting screwed, dude. We can go into that too, but it was $10,000, but now I think it's what's 50,000 BRL to USD is like what, like, yeah, okay, 10 grand, 9,700 a month. You don't have to you don't have to pay dividends tax. So you can make 10 grand a month US and pay no tax. Anything over $10,000 a month, anything over 50,000 BRL a month is 10%. That's not that bad, dude.
No,
So, and the dollar's cooked, dude. What's going on with this?
but I have to go to Trading View.
It's down like 20% in like a year. The BRL's up.
We're winning. We're winning so hard. We are doing nothing but winning. Bruh.
Yeah,
You know what I bet they got for me? You know what they got for me?
these motherfuckers. Look at that.
$3,
Look at that, dude.
dude.
If you would have had that in Velo, I think maybe it would have taken off.
I couldn't pull up the dollar either though.
Just pull up USD BRL. USD BRL. Yeah, sure. Futures, whatever, sure. And then enter. No, no dash. No dash. There we go. Yeah.
Oh.
It was 6.2. Okay, just don't zoom out, okay? But it's been flat since 2020. It's been flat. You've been getting over 10% a year in your savings account that whole time. And it hit like 6.2, 6.3, and now it's 5.1. Emerging markets are on top the last few years. Last like the last 2 years, it's really taken. Emerging markets are really taken off. But I mean, if you zoom out, like BRL used to be like
Um,
two, used to be like $1 to two. So in like 2011, I think 2000,
Yep.
yeah, 2008, great financial crisis, and then again in 2011. Yeah. So if you've held BRL since 2011, you're fucked. But if you've been holding BRL the last 2 years, 2, 3 years, you're fine.
Bounce, Brazil, bounce.
So emerging market, I mean, the U.S. is the dollar's losing against like the pound, against the euro, against everything. They're what I think they're trying to do is destroy the dollar, refinance the debt as much as and as cheap as they can, and for as long as they can, like 100-year bonds and things like this. Then make the dollar stronger, repay the debt, and it will be cheaper over time. So it's a roller coaster, dude. But I think until a new presidency in the US. So what is that? 2 years away, a little more, 2.5. Um, it's gonna be emerging markets are gonna still grow until the US can kind of figure out what they're doing and not flip flop and not this tariff shit every day. Then you have a shot here for emerging markets to finally gain some strength.
This is actually pretty crazy. What other emerging markets are absolutely crushing against the dollar over the last 5 years? We'll give 2006.
I think like most, like India, Korea. I mean, Korea's stock market right now is going fucking bonkers because of
I saw some funny
Samsung's.
thing about India. There's some influencers that have been like making videos that are making like certain cities in India look, very look
Nice.
more like, like it look nicer, like, less crowded and more for the casual like backpacker. And I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, my German buddy went to India, and he said that the nicest part of India is not as good as the worst part in Brazil. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a far stretch, but okay, sure. Oh, that guy was hilarious, dude. He's a crypto guy. He came here and he went to the hood and to like some favela party and came back with pictures with the drug dealers and holding all the big ass guns, like the rifles and the machine guns and shit. It was hilarious. I was like, dude, I don't even go there. And he was like, yeah, they loved me, dude. He's like 2 meters tall. He's like fucking 7 foot tall. Huge fucking German guy. And everybody loved him. It was hilarious.
And he just like travels around the favelas and the slums of India.
No, he said the nicest part of India is worse than the nicest part of India is worse than the worst part of Brazil. Like Jesus
I don't
Christ.
believe that.
Of course not. But I was like,
I've got some friends that live in India that live in some nicer cities, and they said
of course.
it's that's
Of
nice there.
course.
Like they would tell me it's a shithole and they're moving out, or they themselves would move out because they've been working for like Bitcoin paying companies since
Hmm.
2016, 2017. Oh shit. I get these sneezing fits and it's just game over for me. Did you see the news that came out about Jane Street?
Yes. That they were the culprit of Luna.
Yeah. that they had a meeting with Do Kwon, essentially, and he was talking about, like them fundraising, to buy the debt. And they came in looking to bid on the BTC or Terra holdings. And instead they took whatever information Doe privately shared with them about their the financial hole and gap and kind of like where the exploit laid, and they themselves decided to exploit it and send them to fucking zero. Absolutely sad.
That whole story is a little crazy. That whole story is fucking crazy.
They earned 24 billion in the last quarter of 2025. Let's
In
see.
a quarter. Yeah.
They lost the Terra Luna thing lost people approximately 40 billion. So Jane Street made in one quarter over half of what was lost in uh all of Terra.
But dude, these huge trading firms, and there's a lot of them that aren't even like as public, right? They manage billions of dollars and they make billions of dollars, dude. Like it's not even that they're like shadow companies or like you just have never heard of them, you know? You never had
I
it.
think most
I don't
people in
know.
know who Jane Street is. It's more like they probably didn't know uh how much size they had involved or invested in the crypto industry. What's crazy
Uh,
about the Terra
yeah,
thing,
Jane Street has like 3,000, 4,000 employees or something. It's a few thousand people.
the guy that worked for them that pretty much like set this all up, right? Like his name was Bryce Pratt, and he worked as an intern for Terra, and then he joined Jane Street as a full-time employee in 2021.
Mm.
So that's what the whole complaint is like, alleging that he provided back channel communications between the two firms and had information on how to exploit material, non-public information about Terra, and then they used that information to sell off the amount of UST that they did when they knew that it was like the most opportune time to pretty much kill the protocol.
Mhm. It's a fucked situation for sure. I think that we knew that it was, or we were blaming Jump. We were blaming Jump there
Jump,
for a while, right? Not Jane.
yep, Jump was filling holes.
And Jane Street was milking
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I
Jump.
think maybe that's why you saw a lot of like institutional guys like back off, right? Until ETFs came in, then they're like, okay, we have futures, CME, we have spot ETFs, and we have options on the ETFs, right? So now they started to come back in the last year or two. but CME's down. I just got a ping. CME's down like 10 minutes ago. CME, he deleted it. Walter deleted it. Yeah, I don't think that it was down. Oh, Infinity Hedge, CME. Due to technical issues, the CME Globex metals, nat gas, futures, and options markets have been halted. Nice. Nice. Nothing like halting the markets into a close, and then Iran bombing at night.
I'm guessing, or I'm seeing that we did not no bombs over Baghdad.
No,
What's
not
been
yet.
what's been going on over the last couple of days since we last were tracking?
Tehran, and it's Iran.
Let's pull up the air tracker.
Flight radar. What's the most? So they came out with who the flight was. So supposedly, AC/DC flew to Sao Paulo on the plane, and then Bad Bunny took the plane to Australia for his tour. That's the
Well, there are more planes in
chatter.
the northern part of Iran than there were yesterday or the other day. There was nothing up here, and there are very few down here.
Yeah, we're safe. Just watch this, dude. But there's also fucking planes all over the Middle East. Air Force planes,
Yeah,
Royal Air Force, same fucking shit that we saw last week.
out of Syria.
There's a drone flying over Qatar. Number 4, yeah, the drone. I don't know what kind of drone, but some sort of drone. And this is like the free version, dude. You can like pay and get like more data about these fucking. They have an API, dude. Like more data about these fucking planes. There's all kinds of weird flights always going on. No, they're preparing for something, right? Like, there's no way that they aren't moving this many ships, this many planes, this much shit all over the Middle East.
General Aviation, it's a Skyhawk. Who's this from though? Where? This doesn't look like U.S.
Mm-mm. Top aces. Top Aces provides advanced contracted adversary air training for NATO, Canadian, German, and U.S. Air Forces. They have a fleet of over 150.
Yeah, we are not over here anymore though. For the time being, it's all like passenger planes.
They're giving them a break, dude. They have to do it on Friday close, dude. But notice how they're all on the border, right? They're not flying. All those are right on the border.
4chan said it was going to happen yesterday.
Yeah, well, they fucking lied to us like always.
4chan was wrong.
Oh, that's crazy that they're all flying. There's a private jet going. Oh, there's a. All of the airliners flying over Iran are like not random, but like Mahan Air, Karun Air, Turkish. Okay, so Turkish ANA, which is Japan, a Freightliner, and Qatar are all flying. Somebody's flying a private jet over fucking from Dubai over Iran right now. Yeah, we're safe. We're safe for now. Turkish Air Cargo, fly Dubai.
If Turkish Airlines and Dubai are flying right over, we're fine.
Emirates is flying over. We're fine. You'll be all right. I forgot what it was. It was United or American Air. They landed back in America with gunshots to the plane from leaving Colombia,
Really,
like yesterday, like this week.
that's fucking crazy.
Fuck that, dude.
I'm gonna have to pull that shit up.
I read it on Twitter, so it has to be real. I think it was American Air.
Let's see.
Yeah, 6 hours ago. Bullet holes found in American airline jet after leaving Colombia. Oh no, sorry. From Miami to Colombia. Nice. Nice. Typical passport bros. Yeah.
So
Okay. I feel like
they got out, got shot at.
they could have. They didn't have to open the emergency exit on the wing. Okay. It's not that serious. It was already landed. It wasn't that
They
fucking
landed,
serious.
and then the ground crew noticed a puncture running straight through the plane's right-hand aileron. Damage included a small round entry hole on one side of the aileron and a corresponding exit point on the other, consistent with a possible bullet strike. They saw it say American and they just shot at it.
Exactly. They were like American Air. Fuck these guys.
Dude, Medellin looks nice.
The only thing is that there's no ocean, and there's a bunch of hookers. I think that that's the only thing for me that I don't like about Colombia.
Just saying, if I like came out of a jungle and I saw this, I would think it was fucking Wakanda.
Super nice nature there, all, like built into the city.
I've never been in that part of the world. It's only been like island continents. And
Colombia has a bunch of beach cities, and I want to say it's an island out of Cartagena. Yeah, they have like little islands that they swim. They have like day tours to and boats and shit. Same with Venezuela, dude. The water off of Venezuela is insane, dude. Aruba is right there off of Venezuela. Curacao, Aruba, and Trinidad, right? Trinidad and Tobago's right there too. Like right off the coast of Venezuela. Like crazy blue water, warm water.
I'm here for that.
Hmm.
I need that.
But then you get a little tropical, right? You get sharks and shit.
What do you think about the new changes to X? Is your timeline a bit more quiet? Have the bots calmed down at all?
Um, I don't know. Maybe. I feel okay. Like the first person is actually people that okay. The first thing that popped up is Bill Gates admits to having affairs with Russian women. Okay. Next is Professor Satoshi. Next is an artist guy that I follow and like. Next is Tether. Next is Romano. Next is KBM. Delta. Yeah, it's showing people that I actually things I actually care about. You know, seeing.
I've noticed significant decrease in spam in my replies, and um I also love that they're cracking down on affiliate promotions. You see like immediately after, I think it was it Zoomerfield and D10. Well, one of them put like Polymarket affiliate, and the other one had Kalshi affiliate in their banner.
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
I'm all for that.
I have it for you can't reply to me if I don't follow you or if you don't follow me. So it's not just like random fucking people commenting on my thing.
Yeah, I think I have mine set up the same.
Yeah, cuts a bunch of shit. Oh, dude, the Sphere announced Metallica residency in October. That would
Ooh.
be sick. That would be sick. October, even on Halloween, October 31st. Oh, dude, you gotta send me the guest link, dude. We gotta go live. I gotta send it to Lucas.
Oh yeah, we got 10 minutes. All right. We'll end this here. We'll be back on the Premium stream on the Cayenne account in about 10-15 minutes with Lucas.
Brazil stream.
Brazil stream.
Maybe we'll green pill you.
See